Scorpio, welcome into the channel. So happy to have you here always. My name is Deborah, owner of Purusha Holistic Wellness, and this is another episode of Purusha Intuitive, where we're going to look at your energy via the tarot, astrology, and any channeled messages that come through. So let's get into it, Scorpio. Welcome, welcome. Happy New Year. I hope you had a good finish to your holidays. We are officially into the new year. How exciting, right? I'm excited. I'm hoping that, well, it does show that in the astrology. I was just saying, I'm hoping that some of this tension is lessening. We're feeling it, right? There's a couple different planets in retrograde. It slows everything down. It forces us to really kind of deal with what is in front of our face, deal with those things that are a little bit more uncomfortable, maybe things that we don't want to look at. And that tension is staying there until it gets dealt with, right? Until it gets dealt with. That's kind of how karma works, is that if we don't address things, if we're not looking at people, situations, dynamics, what we are inviting into our life, well, then we can't really expect change, right? And that's what this is all about. It's finding growth, evolution, so that we're making choices to make us happy and fulfilled, right? Instead of kind of willy-nilly feeling our way through the dark, etc. And I'm saying all this because there is a need for patience in the process right now, specifically regarding those planets in retrograde. Mars is in retrograde, which is the action potential. And it's also just the nature of what we're looking at. Pluto just moved into Aquarius. So we're setting the stage, we're setting the tone for the next 18 years. Pluto governs long-term generational cycles, and it's an opportunity to align with things that actually make us feel supported and excited and like we're living in this utopia, i.e. our perfect ideal of what life would look like. We all want that, right? And part of that means we need to find better ways to kind of navigate some of the things that we are running into in life. So that's why I like to start with these energy cleansings, set the tone, set the vibe for the reading, cleanse out any of that restriction, lower vibrational energy that we are coming into. It's a really good time to set your own intention as well, especially if there's something on your mind, questions you would like answered, etc. Definitely give those over. Be open to receive. I also do personal readings as a side note. If you vibe with my energy, if you would like me to look at your specific situation, definitely hit me up. All that info's in the description box below. I also do energy healing and wellness consultation. I offer some holistic services. If you're looking for more of a rebalancing of that mind, body, soul that I was talking about, definitely hit me up. I would love to help support in whatever way possible. All right, Scorpio, let's get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, and lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, impatience, overwhelm. Cleanse it and release it from our being so that we may see and understand the messages clearly and help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, Mama Love, Mama Love. Ooh, smoky smokes. Get some of that negativity out, right, Scorpio? It has been tense, like I was saying, but thankfully there is support. There is support. It's just in the finer details. It is that value of requiring us to slow down, to take a beat, which is easier said than done. This is so funny. As I was saying that, this volcano erupting on the background, and that really is this mirroring what is going on in the collective, where emotions are being triggered, they are being provoked, and it's rubbing against our ego in a certain kind of way. Right now, Black Moon Lilith is tensely aspected to Chiron. Black Moon Lilith is that trickster energy, and Chiron is that value of healing. And the sun is also tensely aspected to both of those points, asteroids, planets, points. Well, not planets, sorry. Just so I say it right. Which is affecting our ego, right? It's we don't want to be seen this way. We don't want to be, someone to look at us this way, or a situation, etc. We want to be seen as we actually are. And there are some difficulties around that right now. It looks like this week you're coming into something new. We're seeing this across the board. We're ending this week on a full moon. There's going to be a full moon in Cancer. So that taps back to those emotions that I was talking about. Being provoked, being triggered, especially around a full moon when everything is really heightened. But it does look topically like you're plugging your energy into something new. And I feel like this has been a seed that you planted, not recently, whether this was just a thought seed originally, you've been spending a lot of time thinking about it. Now it's actually starting to manifest. It's starting to grow. It's starting to sprout. I'm seeing some new connections coming in that give you a different perspective, that offer you some solutions to what you're trying to move towards. The star is healing. It is also that Aquarius energy that I was talking about. Healing in a way so that we are connecting with our wish fulfillment. And there's something around this opportunity that feels hopeful, but it is a little bit of a gamble. And obviously whenever we do anything new, we don't know if it's going to work out, etc. You feel a little hesitant though. I think you're a little skittish this week. You like what's coming towards you because you've been putting energy into it, because it kind of feels like a payoff, like you're finally getting validation for something. There's that communication card that you've been working on, that you wanted to see validated and you want to see grow. But I feel like whatever this is, there's a little bit of a gamble around it. Meaning that it's not all going to be, like the energies are not all going to be readily apparent on the surface. You're waiting, you're watching, you're taking your time to kind of just assess. Like, I feel like when this comes in, you are going to be, let's put a pin in it. That kind of is how it feels. It's not saying that you're putting it on the back burner. It's not saying that you're not going to address it, but you want to take your time. I feel like someone is giving you some information, wanting a fresh start or wanting to take that fresh start with you. And like I said, it feels good. It's interesting. One energy around you is like, let's do this. Let's move forward. Let's start this. And you're like, let's just wait. Let's just wait. Let's just wait. It's the same kind of response. And I feel like some of this is past energy or places that you are, have been burned in the past. Places that you don't want to jump into something too quickly. You don't want to put all of your eggs in one basket. And honestly, it makes a lot of sense because this looks like something that is coming to you with all the promises. It's going to be great. selling you on whatever their ideas are, wanting you to buy into it, etc., giving you a lot of campaign promises, but the delivery is the devil, right? The delivery is the control, the manipulation. I feel like because you're saying you want to wait, it's pissing this person off. They don't like it. Well, I don't want to wait. I want it to, you should just trust and believe what I'm telling you. And so we can start fresh, so we can move forward, so we can kind of, cultivate this thing in a different way. And like I was saying in the very beginning, you have different plans. You have different plans, things that you are intentionally working on that I feel like doesn't really align with whatever this person's situation is offering you. This does feel a little bit fated, like this is something that is supposed to come to head, but you're at a point where you're already tired. And this is the collective energy in general, because we've just been like going through so many things. There's just been so much in the astrology, lots of reshuffling, lots of change, uncomfortable change at that. And so you're kind of at this point where as much as you are committed to this path, you're ready for things to be done, or you're ready for that validation I was talking about. You're ready to see the fruits of your labor actually take root. And they are. They are in the background. Like I said, whatever this communication is coming in, it's offering you some inspiration and hope. And it's actually putting you in a place where you feel like, okay, not only do I have this thing up and running, or this is a good idea, I'm going to start actually plugging energy into it. And I feel like as you're practicing this, as you're focusing on this, that's where we're seeing this devil energy pop up. Because it's like either this past person situation can feel you detaching, they can feel you moving away from them, they don't want to miss out, they don't want to miss out on the party. But in your energy, we have this 10 of Swords. Repeated repeated mistakes, past betrayals, etc. So you want to be really mindful, especially if this person has stabbed you in the back once. They're gonna do it again. We have this nice friendly energy throughout the week, and then bam, it's just like, been there, done that. You did this to me before. Or they're trying to manipulate, they're trying to provoke, they're trying to get a reaction out of this. And I feel like in some weird way, this is connected to this gambling energy, right? Especially on their end, they're kind of seeing what they can get away with, playing with your energy a little bit too much, but also knowing that they can. Or maybe you've been in a place where you've allowed them to do this in the past, but there is some rebalancing that's happening. The earth energy, we're in a earth season, Capricorn season. So it's all about using that component of grounding, stabilization. How do you do that? I feel like meditation, doing some pranayamic breathing, things that calm your heart, your mind, your soul, taking a walk, doing some exercise, playing a sport, things that kind of get that energy, that intensity out so you can see things clearly, right? There's nothing better than a great yoga practice or an intense run, or even just like walking around the block, walking outside. I know it's a little cold for some of us, but it just diffuses. It's almost like that value. Well, in energy healing, it's like that energy actually goes into the ground where you don't have to be responsible for it, because there is some things that are provoking you. There are some things that are triggering you, and Spirit's saying, you don't have to do this to yourself anymore, Scorpio. You don't have to keep feeling these high highs and these low lows. And again, it feels like it's directly connected to this person's situation that feels like they can get one over on you. They want you to stay in this cycle with them. They need you to be the person who's around, who's available to quote unquote backstab, or, and here's the thing, relationship, this dynamic is meant to come to head. We're seeing that in the astrology. The more you heal, Chiron is harmoniously aspected to the vertex point, which is that value of like things that are fated, things that are meant to play out in a certain way for our karma, for our growth, etc. They are coming to head. Some of this resistance, some of this tension is because Mars is in retrograde, because we're not seeing a lot of new options. But again, that's why it's forcing us to deal with where we're coming from, what we've been contending with, and actually stand up for ourselves. Put voice to what you want. I think honestly too, Scorpio, this is as simple as you just saying, let's wait. And then they're gonna spiral, right? They're gonna spiral because they're not coming from a balanced place. And for you, it's just making sure to persevere, keep the faith, keep pushing forward on what you want. It's already taken root and it's coming, okay? It's coming. This is just this week too, thank goodness. All right, guys. Thank you so much for your time, energy, always. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I super appreciate you. Definitely drop comments below if it resonated. I love to hear or just connect, share, and a little love, little TLC. I so appreciate all the love and support you bring to the channel. Know that I'm sending it back your way.